I want to help you be successful not only in trading but also in life. All right. Um, I've been extremely blessed over these last few years, and it's only right that I just give you a little bit of wisdom that can help you along your journey. All right. When it comes to day trading, when it comes to business, entrepreneurship, whatever, I've made millions of dollars. I've been blessed enough to have the freedom of time, travel and do whatever I want when I want. And it is such a blessing that God has given me and my family to the point where I gotta make sure I do my due diligence and give you the wisdom that got me here and the knowledge. So that's what I'm gonna do today. You know what I'm saying? I know I haven't uploaded over here in a while, but I'm about to start being more consistent on all my channels. I got my word on that. All right. So I gotta just start getting back into motion. All right. So look, number one, keep God first. All right. I know I say it a lot, but it's the most important rule in this whole thing. Keep Jesus first. Let me say Jesus because God can mean anything to anybody, but I'm talking particularly about Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? Hebrew name if you want to go that deep. Um, Yeshua, Jesus, Yahweh God, you know, you gotta be very specific these days. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep him first. My favorite scripture, Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. As simple as it is, keep God first and watch him add everything else that lines up with his will. Now, again, this is the part people don't like and they don't understand. Like, if it's not God's will for you to be rich or wealthy, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? God truly knows your heart. As we love to say, God knows my heart, right? He truly knows how you will be with money, stuff that you might say, "Oh, I'm a good person. I wouldn't do this, that, and that." You have no clue what you would do with millions of dollars. You have no clue the type of person you will be. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you might have a small inkling. Let me tell you this. Why? Let me tell you why. Because money is just gonna make you more of who you already are. If you like to smoke all day, kick back and play video games, chances are you're just gonna have more money to buy more weed. You know what I'm saying? To feed that vice more and more and more. You could be lazier. I mean, you just gotta look at your habits now. Are you good with money? Do you got money now? If you don't, chances are you're probably not a good manager of money. You know what I'm saying? So some things you're gonna have to fix on this journey. But yeah, number one, keep God first. And what does that look like? Again, waking up first thing in the morning, not hitting the snooze button, not flipping back over and turning on the other side of the pillow, but getting up, thanking God for the day, thanking him for everything he's doing and has done for you, and then getting in that word before you touch that phone. You know what I'm saying? Unless your word is on your phone, at least put your phone on do not disturb. Read you a chapter in the Bible, like at least one page, right, a day, and then pray and talk to him before you hop on the charts. Before you decide to do anything else, do that first. That's what seek ye first the kingdom, and do that every day, and don't deviate from that, right? Number two is you got to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. No cap. So first and foremost, you need to get organized. You need to know how much money is going out, right? So this stuff you got to write down, create a spreadsheet. Now we got ChatGPT. We got all these different things that can help us do that. You put your numbers in, every little thing down to the smallest subscriptions, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, whatever you watch, Stars, to whatever little small subscriptions you got online. Everything needs to be accounted for. Write all those out and find out exactly what's going out every month because it's the little foxes. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things that'll tear you up. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to know exactly where every dollar is going because some stuff is just so small. What I've learned about subscriptions is that some stuff be so small, you don't even care to cancel it. You just keep letting it come out. Even though you might not even watch all the shows on there all the time. It might be every blue moon, but you just letting it come out, all that adds up. Check your DoorDash bill. You know what I'm saying? I remember was like a couple years ago, my DoorDash bill for the year was like 10 bands. $10,000 on DoorDash is crazy. And we had a chef and my wife was cooking. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that adds up big time. All right. So you need to get a budget together. You need to have a plan on where the money is going, where the money gonna come from. You know what I'm saying? Like bring me to number 3. Dream bigger. You're gonna have to start dreaming way bigger than your situation. All right. Once you get organized, once you get your finances in order, it's part of having that plan is dreaming outside of where you are living currently, whatever you're doing currently, dreaming outside of that, right? And we're gonna act like God is really God, right? And He created everything and He owns everything, right? Why not have that confidence to dream as big as you want, right? They say in His house is many mansions. That's what they say. So we know we got a wealthy Father. You know what I'm saying? So let's act like it. Let's really see what He about. See what He gonna do. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, is it now first and foremost, you got to get rid of the negative connotation of wealth. Having it, Christians is not supposed to be broke, and this is not no prosperity type gospel. Whoever told you Christians is supposed to be broke, that's a lie from the devil. You ain't supposed to be broke, bro. We could do way more with money than we can do without it. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of good that can be done. Now, if you talking corrupt manipulation, them type people, yeah, we stay away from that. But we talking about doing God's work on this earth. We can do way more with being wealthy than we can do without it. Now, again, you got to do it God's way, so it makes sense. Because if you don't do it God's way, He tell you the wealth will come with sorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because it says God give you the power to get wealth, and then with the wealth, it won't come sorrow. Like you won't have all these crazy things happening when you do it His way. You know what I mean? So you want to do it His way. All right. But again, dreaming outside of your current situation. 2-bedroom apartment, 1-bedroom apartment, raggedy car, all that. Like dream way outside of that. Start looking up cars that you like, right? Start that you really want. Not the little baby stuff. Look up the stuff that you really want right now. You can have your starter, like my starter dream car was the Jaguar XJL. Got that joint. You know, I really wanted a Ferrari, but I really just did not want to spend Ferrari money on a car. I just still cannot see myself doing it. So I went with the Corvette E-Ray. You know, had the Stingray, and I switched to the E-Ray. Did that right. And I'm good with that. I'm good with the house I got. Had a little problem with being content at first. Odds are starting to get too big. Started not being grateful for what we have, and start complaining about what we prayed for. You know what I'm saying? So those type of things do happen. You know what I mean? But God brought us back to being content with what we have. And now I'm just on a whole nother level. I'm not even worried about stuff no more. I'm just really worried about trying to help other people and be a blessing. Like I got all I need. You know what I'm saying? But again, get to the point where you can dream bigger, way outside of your situation. Get rid of negative people in your life, and get rid of negative thinking in your life. So you will be surprised how often you speak negatively about your situation. I hear people all the time around me that be like, sometimes they be like, oh, I'm broke, or I ain't got it, or, you know, I'm always get sick around this time, or seem like every time I get sick around this time, every time this time come up, I don't got no money. It's like, when you start talking like that, it's going to continue to happen, right? What you put out is what's going to continue to come back around. So you got to be mindful. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Thinking is powerful. So think good thoughts. Think positive thoughts, right? No matter what the situation is. And understand that all things work together for the good of those who love God. So no matter what bad is happening, just understand it's going to turn around for the good eventually. You know what I'm saying? It's all working together in the story. We living in a story right now in the book. You know what I'm saying? So it's all, at the end, we win. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a follower of Christ. So we already know the vibes on that. Um, but yeah, so after you get your mindset right, you got you a plan, you got God first, you just gotta execute. You just gotta put in the work, man. You cannot be lazy, right? A lot of y'all got a lot of ideas that you ain't did yet. You've been sitting on ideas all day long. It's time to execute now, man. Like you didn't plan enough, you didn't researched enough. Let's execute. If you're gonna start that YouTube channel, start that thing and stay consistent every week. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram or TikTok, whatever you're gonna start, whatever business, whatever idea, you done did enough research. I'm telling you right now, because I'm a researcher and I know I will over research something and never move because it's just the paradox of choice. You got too many choices, too many options, and you won't move. So just move. You know what I'm saying? Just start. All right. So now when it comes to trading, let me switch to the trading aspect of it. When it comes to trading, it's gonna take a lot of mental clarity because this is all mental. Majority of trading is mental. If you can get past the mental hurdles, you will be fine. You know what I'm saying? Um, First and foremost, you gotta believe that you can do this. No matter how bad and ugly it's gotten before, you gotta still believe in the dream, right? The dream is freedom, not the money. The money's gonna come, but the freedom is the thing you should be like chasing after the most, I would say. It's freedom of time, right? Being able to hop in the markets 10, 15 minutes and be done for the day. Beautiful thing. Most new traders, they like to be in a market all day long. I still see it to this day, and I just be like, bro, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? I know you're excited about it. It's fun, but the whole goal is freedom. You know what I'm saying? So when I can get my bread within an hour, let's say FOREX, hour, 2 hours, or whatever, or even if I'm swing trading, holding it for a day or two, a week or two, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? To do that. Uh, but just to have the freedom of time to be able to do that. And then you have to be okay with cutting your losses quickly and taking L's, right? You got to be okay with that because if you're not okay with it, you're going to revenge trade. We know that for a fact. I've done it recently. Um, if you're not okay, you're going to revenge trade. You know what I'm saying? You got to just lock in and be like, yo, I'm going to take this L, because sometimes I would I take a 500. Like when I was on my good runs, I cut my losses at 500 every time. 600. I just cut it, leave it alone, and then I come back another day and I eat. You know what I'm saying? Until I, start getting in my modes where I started. Because it will come back in. Nobody's immune to greed and nobody's immune to lack of self-control. Like it can happen to anybody at any given time. No matter the best trader in the world to the newbie. We can all fall subject and victim to that again. You know what I'm saying? So you constantly got to work at it every day. That's why I stay so close to God, with everything that I do. Now, the one major thing for my Christian folks, and you can debate with me all day on this, but I promise you it works all day and it's been working forever. Tithing and fasting. Let's talk about it. So tithing, giving your 10% out of everything you make to the church, right? People say, can I tithe into people? No, you have to tithe into a church. You can give to people, but that's not tithing. Again, not saying you won't still get blessed for that, but tithing is to the church, right? I get it that you might have church hurt. I get all that. Been through that before too. But again, you gotta understand who God really is. Even if you are giving your money to a church, right? And the pastor is mismanaging it, he gonna fall under judgment. You gonna still get blessed because you've been obedient. So either way, you gonna be good. Honor the Lord with your wealth, man, and your vast will be bursting with new wine or something like that. Like look that scripture up. Like he telling you, keep honoring me, and I'm gonna honor you right back, right? And again, I'm to a place where I don't do stuff just to get stuff, but his principles work in the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's how, because one thing I've learned is that his principles work on the just and the unjust, the saved and the unsaved person. You know what I'm saying? So somebody who's a Christian can get the same blessing. Somebody who's not a Christian can get the same blessing because they honor in the principles that God set in place, right? So we know that 90% of your money is his, the 10% is his. All of it's his, but he only asked for 10. Now, if you could say that's Old Testament, which it is, but he did bring it into the New Testament as well. I think Matthew 33 or something. It's something in there. It's somewhere in Matthew. Can't quote it right now, but I had to make another video about that. But he did bring that back in, as well. And again, you not ain't no don't let nobody tell you you're gonna go to hell if you don't tithe and nothing like that. But I just know for me and my family, I have not ever went without nothing. Like, not ever. Like, the Lord has been blessing our lives. Even when we got down to the lowest points in our lives, financially or whatever, he always came through. Always. And that just having that safety net like that and honoring him with that 10%, beautiful. Now, of course, we give above and beyond. Like, we love to give to people. We love to give to ministries or whatever God, put on our heart to do. And that's another point. Be a giver. Always be looking to give back, whether it's money, whether it's shoes, clothes, resources, like all that type of stuff. Just have a giving heart. The Bible does say he gives seed to the sower. So if you love to sow into people, you love to do stuff a bit, like, you're going to keep getting money, you know what I'm saying? Or resources or opportunities. It's going to keep coming. It's just the principle. It's going to happen. So these are all the things that I've learned to be very successful in everything that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, trading is one of those things that brings me very, very close to God, as you know, because it is a process. And I promise you, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple, not easy. Strategies can become easy. Getting over yourself is a lifelong battle. So it really is. It's much I got to say about that, to be honest, because it's really a lifelong battle that you're going to have to, like, die. It's like dying the flesh every day. You're going to be dying the flesh till you get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things that I'm constantly in my prayer closet about. I'm constantly trying to get over greed, get over, impulsiveness, just jumping in stuff that, or even making impulsive buying decisions from Amazon, or any of that type of stuff. Because I have packages and stuff coming to the house I don't even really need. I just be ordering stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just I'm like, oh, that look dope. Oh, let me get that. And then I don't even use it. I still got stuff in here. And my office is in boxes. It's been there for months. I ain't even open. I just ordered it. You know what I'm saying? Thinking I would at the time, but it's just like all that type of stuff play a part in your success. Another thing, take care and be a good steward over your money, be a good steward over your time, and be a good steward over what God has already given you. If you want more, you got to be a good steward over what you got right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a nice big mansion and you want a nice house, what are you doing with where you live at right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you constantly make sure it's clean all the time? Are you making sure that you know how to take care of it? Are you even looking up, how to take care of a mansion? Like, what to look for? Like, what should I have in my bank account to make sure? Because one thing I know about owning a home, stuff gonna go wrong. We had to replace a roof. We had to replace all our AC units in this mug. We just recently had to get a hole cut in the wall because we had a leak in the wall. Like, it's expensive to own a home. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mentally prepared for all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't cheap. And you gotta be a good steward, because if you blow all your money doing dumb stuff, then when stuff do happen, you ain't gonna have no money to pay for it. So all that type of stuff will play a part in your journey. Even when you're dealing with credit, like when I talk about credit and, becoming a millionaire through credit and all that type of stuff, you still got to be a good steward, because that money has to be paid back. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be slave to the lender forever. Like, of course, you want to leverage it and use it, but you don't want to be slave to the lender forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able to use it, flip it, pay it back, stuff like that. You don't want to just be like, oh, I'm just going to owe these credit cards forever, blah, blah. So all this type of stuff, like being a good steward over your time. How often are you scrolling on social media? You know what I'm saying? Like, really look at it. Like, really sit, like how you just sit there and dead scroll. I do it a lot sometimes, and my wife will be like, hey, time to hop off the phone. Like, you kind of just in the days over there. So, like, all that, being a good steward over your time is important, because all that time you putting into scrolling, you could be putting into perfecting your craft, learning something new, all that. Like, and, being a good steward over the people around you that's in your life. Pour into people who doing good. Be happy for people who are doing good and better than you, and even if they already got money, sow a seed into them getting more money, right? Because guess what? All that stuff comes back tenfold, 100-fold. Matter of fact, it comes back 100-fold to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard and seen people sow into other people who already got money, and it's like, oh, it makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? You sowing into what you want, right? You want more people to sow into you? Let me sow into other people, right? If I see you good at playing a guitar, and let me see how I can buy you another guitar. You know what I'm saying? A better guitar or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I see somebody doing some film work, camera work, I'm just basically sowing into my future, right? You plant enough seeds, you just never know which one's gonna blossom and turn to something great, and they might be able to come back and get you or help you or do. You just never know. So I'm always doing that and just trying to be a good person all around. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be perfect. Heck no, nobody's perfect, but striving to be the best person you can be on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Leaving a lasting legacy for people and just being a good soul. You feel me? Like trying to help as many people as you can. And again, everything don't got to be about money. It could just be about your talents, your abilities to help and grow. Like if you see, somebody needs some help doing something, and you got the ability to do it without expecting any money in return, you just help. Like all that type of stuff, man. Listen, full circle. It's gonna come back. God gonna bless it. Right. So these are things that I've learned over the years. It's just being having money, not having money, learning, who to place myself around, start getting out of certain environments, getting around negative talking people, getting around people who don't got no goals, no dreams. They just want to party, kick it all day. Nobody got time for that. Like time flies. One thing I learned is time really flies. I'm about to be 36 in October. And I'm like, bruh, I remember being in high school. I remember going to college. It's just like time just flew. My kids is getting older. They're getting big. It's like, dang, time is really flying. Stuff got to get done, bro. You look up and you like, dang, I'm 40 and 50. I ain't accomplished nothing or barely did anything. Like, you don't want to be that person. So you got to get after it. You know what I'm saying? Time waits for no man. So you got to, every opportunity you got, the fact that you even know trading, the fact that you even know entrepreneurship, all that, listen, blessing. Execute, right? That's it. Execute, put in work, and trust God that He gonna handle the rest. You know what I'm saying? You want that big house? Zillow all day. Go to open houses on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday, go to an open house and visualize yourself in that thing and pray about it. Lord, this is what I want for my family. You know what I'm saying? What I need to do. He'll guide you. What I need to do. I prayed that many a times. Tears in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Just, Lord, I need something better than this. Can't be my life. I gotta have something better than where I am right now. I know you got more meant for me because these 9 to 5s is not enough for me to do what I'm trying to do. And He showed enough blessed me over these years. So thankful, so grateful. I'm just in such a good space. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just, man, my level of maturity has grown over the years in the markets. Even though I did have little slip ups here and there recently, but for the most part, my level of maturity in the markets is just way better than what it used to be. Not so anxious to get on the charts, not so anxious to just trade all the time. Like I can actually take some breaks and be okay with that. It's just beautiful, man. Beautiful. And I want y'all to get there too. So again, practice all of these different things. And watch God work, man. Watch Him work. And just remember when you finally come up and you finally get yours, reach back and help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Understand people will waste your time. You're gonna have those. But you also have the people who gonna really put in that work. And understand this, a prophet is without honor, and except for his hometown. Most people in your hometown probably not gonna be trying to do what you trying to do until you finally do it. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been trying to get people to learn it and you ain't fully did it yet, they're not gonna do it, bro. They might try a little bit, but until you really come up off of it and buy a new whip or get you a new crib or you really pushing the money and doing some good stuff with it, then they'll start coming around. But until then, they ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm keeping it 100. Same what happened to me. Like Ben had the knowledge, but I was broke. Nobody trying to hear me. You know what I'm saying? But when I finally came up, now everybody won. You know what I'm saying? I can't stop people from busting down the door trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I haven't been on this channel in so long, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and chop it up with y'all a little bit. I'm saying, tell y'all I love y'all. I'm here. I'm about to really start being more consistent, dog. Really, yeah. I got to get back on it. So, oh, everything is on sale for the most part. I don't know how long it's gonna be on there, but it's been on there for a while, so we're gonna keep it on there. I do got some Forex signal joints on there, softwares, all that. So be on the lookout for that. Comment below your thoughts on this video, what you want to see next. And yeah, we back, baby. Peace.